Every day I say it out to myself, how did I slip away? Something whispers in my ear and says,
hey, what's up you guys, it's Sunny Ovi, and I want to give you guys a name. I do, but yeah, anyway, this is the daily reads for the 14th of July 2018. Right now it is 2:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Currently the sun is in Cancer. Happy birthday to all my Cancers during Cancer season. The moon is in Leo and it will go into Virgo sometime tomorrow. Obviously I'm going on United States Eastern Standard Time, so it's going to vary if you live in a different country. Right now we are in a void moon, and that will last until 1:30 tomorrow, the 15th of July. Void moons are just basically where things are a little bit more difficult than usual in regards to your psyche and sometimes intuition, and you can expect a lot of unexpected changes to occur. Many people do not like to do important decision making and or business deals during the void moon. We still have a lot of planets in retrograde, as well as asteroids and nodes, so the energy is still a bit heavy. Mercury will go into retrograde very soon. I want to say in like the next 10 days. However, right now we are in a shadow period of Mercury retrograde. Some of us have even experienced it mid-June. Okay. Oh, what else? Jupiter did go direct a few days ago, so some of us noticed the lighter energy and or luck. But let's see what's going on. Keep in mind that these messages will make sense to you if they are meant for you. Okay. Yeah, so let's see what's going on for everyone all over the world, whoever needs to hear these particular messages. What's going on for them for the 14th of July 2018? What's going on for them? See what's going on. Or just whenever you want people to hear these messages. Messages don't necessarily have a particular date. If you're drawn to it, then it's meant for you. Alright, I keep hearing the words potluck. So some of you, you may have a little potluck in your neighborhood where you are connecting with your neighbors, you're eating food, you're having parties, kind of like a block party type of deal. Maybe some of you are noticing small doses of luck. And for my witches, maybe it's going to be a good time for you to do cauldron type spells. So yeah, tell me how I shut my own camera off. So maybe some of you guys, you need to shut your mouth. But that was my fault. But anyway, there seems to once again be difficulties with relationships. Many of you are very focused on love and work right now. For the other 30% of you, and maybe even more, you're trying to find your footing in life, and many of you will. However, the catch to the madness is understanding the reality. Many of you, you've been so focused on your desires and how you want things to pan out, and you know, like just your future per se, your ideal future, and you forgot that you have to deal with the now in order to get to where you want to be. So many of you are understanding your reality check right now. Some of you guys may receive a random check and or good luck with money, whether this was the past 4 days, or this will come within the next 4 days, 4 weeks, and or months. Okay, if you are playing the lottery, for some of you, maybe you need to play pick 4, or you need to incorporate the number 4 in your lotto numbers, or incorporate the number 4 with your spell work. Many of you are kind of uneasy right now. You know, you don't really know what else to do. You don't know just how things are going to play out, and that bothers you. That bothers you a lot because you want things to work in your favor, or you want everyone to have a peaceful solution, regardless of what it is. But it's just like you know you can't trust people. Some of you guys, you are going to be aware of an enemy, someone who you thought was your right hand man, or someone who possibly you haven't known for too long, but this person was very eager to be your friend. Once again, you may notice that this person is backstabbing you or befriending someone else and talking to you with that person that they have newly befriended. Once again, like I said previously before, there is talks of pregnancies for many of you. But honestly, you guys, the energy just really wants you to understand your goals, maintain everything that's on your plate, and do not be afraid of the unknown. Do not be afraid of what's to come. You know, yes, there's going to be difficulty to a degree, but just know that you are strong enough to handle any and everything that comes your way. I like to say this phrase a lot. God does not put too much on you that you cannot bear. So if your divine God and angels feel that you can handle it, know that you can handle it. Okay, regardless of what it is, just know that you can handle it. Okay. Some of you may need another party to help you in regards to your children, whether it's them needing to talk to someone like a family member, or them needing to talk to a therapist. Okay, there's issues going on with your children, and they are displaying a lot of negative behavior that you don't care too much for. Some of you guys, your children may even be stealing during this time, and or not listening to you. There is talks of court. Okay, possibly court in regards to lawsuits. Some of you guys, you may I keep picking up on loans, credit cards, business deal gone wrong. The angels are saying it may work against you. It may work against you. So if you are going to court for unpaid bills, credit loans, you're not paying credit loans, someone is suing you for, once again, a business deal, just know that I keep picking up on hot pursuit. Let me stick with what I was saying before. If you are going to court for those three things, you may have to kind of manipulate the energy by doing spell work so that it can work in your favor. But just know that it's going to be very difficult, especially if you are in the wrong or you haven't been paying particular bills. Okay, for some of you, there's talks of being in actual hot pursuit where you are on the run from the cops. So many of you may notice a lot of high-speed chases going on, whether you witness them yourself or you see them on the news. The angels are saying Jacksonville. So for those who live in Jacksonville, preferably Jacksonville, Florida, a wild man is on the loose. This man, he may be a sex offender on the loose, or kidnapping. I keep picking that up for some reason, whether he's a white male or he's driving a white car, or the children that he has harmed are white complexion. But anyway, what else was I talking about? Hot pursuit. Some of you guys, you may be on the run from your bills and you may be avoiding calls. Just deal with them. Let your bill collectors know that you don't have the money. Honestly, the angels are saying that people will be able to work with you if you were to be honest with them and let them know what's going on. Do not be a slave in your own relationships of any kind. Don't let anyone push you around. Don't let anyone bother you or like rattle your spirit that's showing up really, really strong. Many of you, you're tired of what someone has put you through. Okay, and the angels are saying you've known this person who has caused great problem within your life for the past 6 years, 6 months, 6 weeks possibly, or you met this person in June, or you met them in 2016. You're just really tired of what this person has done to you, and I am picking up that either this person has used you in any way, shape, or form. I am picking up more of an emotional abuse going on with you and this person, possibly financial, or there has been a third party influencing the relationship, whether it's love or just your friends or that person's friends or whatever, getting in the middle of the bond. Okay, definitely deal with your childhood issues right now. They're being displayed in your face in order for you to properly deal with them. Some you guys, there may be issues in regards to one of your parents' health, and you will be aware of this within the next 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, maybe even 3 years. Okay, I hate to say this, and I don't really like talking about death, but if the angels push me to do so, I have to say it. Be prepared for a funeral. I hate to say, especially if one of your parents or grandparents as well, or great grandparents has been suffering for a while, especially if they've had stroke or heart disease, or if they're just not the same, like someone has to take care of them. I keep picking up on speech, or they're shaking really, really bad. But I keep picking up on their cerebellum for some reason, the spot in the back of their neck, whether this has been damaged, or it's just like they aren't the same mentally anymore. I keep picking up and down in regards to their health. Okay, or maybe this has been a battle. Their health has been a battle for the last 3 years or 30 days. You guys are going to have to understand what's being shown at you. Like I said previously, with you needing to see what's wrong with you. I hate to say it in that terms, but that's just the way it's coming out. You are going to have to deal with your trauma, and I know I talk about this all the time, but it's true. Like, we all want to heal, but we don't want to do the dark work. We don't want to see what's wrong with us because we don't want to relive it. But you are going to have to relive it and review it in order for you to heal from it, honestly. And that's why I talk about generational curses. A lot of the times, generational curses doesn't necessarily have to mean that someone has placed a spell on your family. It may sometimes, but a lot of it just stems from patterns, a negative pattern that's being displayed in the family, especially in any guards of abuse. Okay, so if you find yourself abusing others or being abused to any degree, just know that once again you're going to have to heal from it. There's a lot of you guys are thinking a lot about it. It's been weighing heavily on your mind, and you kind of regret doing the things that you've done, especially if you've been emotionally abusive to your kids or verbally abusive to your kids or your partner, and possibly even yourself, or you've been accepting these particular abuses from people. Like, that's starting to bother you now for some reason during this time, and it may be due to Pluto being in retrograde for some reason. I think Neptune is in retrograde as well. Many of you, like, you are understanding that you can't pretend that everything is okay, and that you can't sweep things under the rug, and that you are going to have to go through a true awakening or a true purification of yourself, regardless of how you want to pursue it. You know, you are going to have to come out a brand new person when it's all said and done. 2019 is going to be a spectacular year for many of you, and you are going to have to come to that year with a clean state, and excuse me, with a clean state, and like just getting things out. Be mindful of who you let in your door, okay? I'm going back to a time. I'm going to give you guys a little story. When my sister was living, there was a knock on the door, and she opened it and no one was there, and I want to say a couple months later she died. It's an old tell where if you knock on the door and you don't see anyone there, you're letting death in. So like, if you hear a knock at the door and you don't see anyone out there, don't open it. Don't open it. Don't talk to it. Don't say who's out there. Don't. Just walk away from it. If you want to bless your home the next day, do so. You know, I just feel like for some of you, there's just forces of, I hate to say evil. I hate to say that, but to others it's going to be perceived as evil. But there's just forces around you, and just in the atmosphere, honestly, that's just trying to get rid. And to the human eye, it may appear to be negative. You know, we often see death as negative, but I don't know, it's, the energy is just, you know, telling you, hey, it's time to let go, it's time to put things to an end. And a lot of times it can be through the death of a loved one. Don't take anything for granted. Live in the moment, appreciate the moment, even if it's weird. But take the time to become a brand new person. Take the time to understand why someone else is hurting. You know, we tend to forget about the other person, even if they've done us wrong. Even if we tend to hate them sometimes, you know, we really don't think about the other person. Even if you have hard feelings, or you're in a bit of a dispute with that person, to make karma less harsher for you within the next couple of years or within the next lifetime, understand where this person is coming from. And you know, you're just going to have to agree to disagree with that person to a particular degree. But once again, just know that you and that other person have feelings. It's still going to be a difficult time for those in relationships. You know, I hate to keep talking about it, but that's just what it is. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of miscommunication, a lot of stress on the mind, and one of you tend to lash out for no reason. You tend to be disrespectful due to you taking your pain out on your partner, due to you not understanding your own stress. And you know, you can't take your pain out on other people. Some of you guys, you may be dealing with a Taurus, especially a Taurus moon, or they have Taurus within their chart somewhere, where it's just like issues with their communication. I keep picking up that there's a possibility of yours or their third house being afflicted some way, somehow, or like the planets are just weird in their third house. Let's see. There is luck with money, okay? But honey, you're gonna have to get your shit together. That's what the angels are saying. We're gonna bless you with some money only if you get your shit together. If you dream or see white doves, or just, I guess, pretty white birds for that matter, just know that you are being blessed. Blessings in disguise are coming your way. There's talks of a celebration. Have fun. Go out. You deserve it, okay? For some of you, there is talks of new love happening. Keep in mind that we are going in Mercury retrograde, but I guess this is something that you're going to have to experience. Some of you, your new lover may be a Cancer or a Gemini, or they display the quality traits of those particular signs. Maybe even an Aries for some of you. The ball is in your court for many of you. For 80% of you, the ball is in your court, or there's a good chance of you honestly being presented with great opportunity in order for you to get yourself together and back on track. Many of you are having interesting dreams in regards to religion and possibly seeing your divine God and angels. And if your angels or your God appear to you in your dreams, regardless of how they're being displayed to you, know that they are with you and they've heard your cry, and they're going to help you and protect you in any way, shape, or form. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to protect yourself and help yourself. Honestly, we can only do so much. The crown is on your head. You are given permission to step forward and do whatever you want to. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid of leaving someone. Do not be afraid of asking for help. Honestly, some of you guys need to read Psalms 41 and Psalms 32. Some of you guys need to read Matthew's chapter 4 verse 2. That's popping out really strong. And if you are not, you don't have to be a Christian to read the damn Bible. To be honest, that's just what the angels talked about. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. The energy may seem heavy, but honestly, it's a lot of good things going on. It's just like you guys have to deal with the shit that you've been avoiding. Like, that's really been the damn theme for so long. But there is good luck waiting to be opened, honestly. So understand that the real gift in this situation is the present moment. The present moment is beautiful. The present moment is made of gold. You're going to have to see it. You're going to have to understand your reality, and that it's in your hands. Yes, your divine God and angels play a part in it, but you are the one making the decisions. You're the one living your life. So, you know, we can give as much as we can give to you, but at the end of the day, you know, you are the one displaying the actions. The angels just spoke through me right there. So yeah, you guys, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I have a lot of faith in you. I do. I really, really do. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Good luck with everything, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.